Hi, my name is Tyler Snow, and I'm applying for a SDR position here at Exactly. In terms of the first question, why exactly? Well, I think that cloud computing is the future, and especially this kind of streamlining of budgeting and bonuses is the future as well. So a lot of times you'll have an 80-20 rule where 20% of the salespeople are making 80% of the money. So I think it's important to streamline that and make sure that salespeople don't leave, which is a huge problem for a lot of companies, and streamlining the budgeting as well. So you can find the max earners and who's making the most money and making sure that they're happy and they're not wanting to move on to another company. Um, for the second question, if somebody gave me um, they said that they didn't have enough time, I would probably ask them, I would say, well, how can I help you make this a priority? Right? What can I do to help you make this a priority in your day? Or I would ask, you know what? I don't have a lot of time either, and that sounds totally fair. Would it be okay if I took 30 seconds to tell you why I called? And if it doesn't make sense, we can hang up. Sound fair? And I would get their agreement. In terms of the third question, I would say one thing that would make me a good SDR would be creativity in terms of problem solving. So as a teacher, I have to resolve a lot of student issues, not only student issues between each other, but student teacher issues. So when a student wants to learn something, I have to actively sit and listen to them, right? So I have to listen to their problems. I have to say, where is your issue? And then after that, I can prescribe them maybe a predetermined solution, just like a doctor would. A doctor wouldn't just prescribe you something without actually listening to your issue or your problem. They would basically listen to what you had and then from there prescribe you what you need. So I find that my problem solving skills and creativity in that respect are very good, and I think that's very transferable to a sales role. Another thing that makes me a good candidate is passion. So I have a lot of passion for my work. Rejection is something that invigorates me. It provides me with the opportunity to learn and move on and learn from my mistakes. Failure is not the end, right? Failure is just the beginning. So anytime I fail or I fall flat on my face, and I've experienced this in my last insurance sales job and also my teaching job, it's a really good opportunity to just get better. I think if I don't know when I'm getting better or how I failed and everything like that, then that's the only time that you're really failing. So for me, I like to learn from my failure. The last thing that would make me a good candidate is also coachability. So in my experience, I've seen a lot of students, as a teacher, I've seen a lot of students who just don't want to be coached. They just don't believe that they can be coached because they think that they know everything already. And I think that is the number one hindrance to learning. I think that's the number one thing that'll stop students is when they think that they're good at English or good enough and that they can stop. So this, to me, has painted a really good picture of what it means to be a lifelong learner. And personally, I've learned Chinese. I dedicated a year and a half of my life to just sitting down and just learning Chinese, and then also practicing with the people around me. And I was always, always curious, just insatiably curious about new words and new solutions. And there were definitely some frustrating times, but I never thought that I had arrived. I never thought that I had made it. I never thought that I had become good at it. Even though right now I am 5 out of 6 on the scale of what's called HSK. So for me, I never thought that I'd have arrived, and even today, I'm still a lifelong learner when it comes to every aspect of my life. So those are the reasons that I think I would be a good candidate. Thank you so much for your consideration.